Hey there, welcome to this episode of In the Shop with Scott. A lot happened this week. New drill press setup and cart, and I'll explain a little bit of why I did that. Some more reindeer, lots of that happening, and the net. So, hope you enjoy the video. While the weather was nice, I was cleaning up some of the furniture from the backyard. The barrel bench needed a good pressure washing where the cover had created some mildew on it. Now that I have the new router table set up, it was time to create a fixture for cutting the slots in the side of the fish landing nets. I used a piece of 3/4 inch plywood I had laying around and drilled some holes for the Forstner bits to clear the bit so I can only have about a 1/16 of an inch cutting into the net. And then drilled a couple holes so that I can bolt it down to the table. I also need this to taper back a little bit, that way it can accommodate for the curve of the net. So jumped over to the bandsaw and cut that back a little bit around the edges. And here we go, giving it its first test, and you can see where that angle back allows the handle to come around as I'm cutting the slot, and it works really well. I swapped over to the 1/4 inch roundover bit and then hit both the inside and outside of the handle and hoop on the net. This is the part of the router table I was most excited to have in place. The ability to adjust from the top side so I can increment up on these roundovers and not take too much off at one time, but also not have to climb or lean under the table to make those adjustments like I did previously. The next thing is to figure out some better dust collection when I don't have the fence right up on the bit. I had a cutting board order that I needed to get done. I had water popped these a few weeks ago and just waiting to give the final sanding once I had the names and delivery dates. And here we are sanding again. This time I'm working on the handle of the net, rounding everything over and getting a nice smooth transition on the handle and then around the hoop. After water popping, I now finished up with some 220 grit to knock down any raised grain. Using Mr. Burns 2.0, I worked on engraving in the initials. Got a nice deep engraving that I can fill with some Star Bond CA glue. And here you can see me applying the white CA glue and the accelerator so I can sand this off later on. I recently sold my floor standing jet drill press. I really didn't use it a lot, and for the amount of space it took up in a small shop, it was one of those things I got a pretty decent deal on a couple years ago, but it wasn't what I actually had intended to do, which is what I'm doing now, which is a Husky rolling cart and a benchtop drill press so that I can get multiple uses out of the space that it's taking up. This is the 4th cart that I have like these. One thing I do differently is the wheels are set up to roll left to right, and the way I slide them against the wall, I really need to go front to back. So I'm going to drill a couple holes and put those in different than what the manufacturer intends. With the cart assembly complete, I could work on assembling the new drill press. I decided to go with the Wen 12 inch. It will handle most everything I want to do, if not everything, and for the price point it seems pretty solid. Assembly went pretty smoothly. It's pretty easy to figure out where everything goes. The instructions are pretty well written if needed, so wrap that up pretty quickly. I also purchased Wen's drill press table. On my previous drill press I made my own using micro jig slots, but this time I decided just to purchase one already made. The quality and design seemed pretty good on both the table and the drill press, so pretty happy with this purchase and additions to the shop. With everything complete, I could now wheel it into place. One last step I'll do is getting some 3/4 inch plywood as a base under the drill press, just to help support it on top of the cart. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and what work happened in the shop this week. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Thank you.